Hey guys, it's Sunday night, time for Pro Prep Baseball. It's 8 p.m. I'm Ken Arnold, and I'm here with...
Oh,
Is
Tommy
there somebody
West.
there? Is there somebody out there in baseball land?
Do the
Hey,
questions get harder?
They do get harder. They
That was hard.
absolutely
That was
do.
a tough one.
That was the toughest question you're going to face all night, Tommy Weber.
An identity crisis.
Let me look on here and see if we are live on Facebook, just to check and make sure. Looks like we are. Looks like we're good. Hey, what's going on? There we are. Pro Prep Baseball. Let me bring that up. And we are live. All right, let's see who's going to be joining us shortly. All right, there we go. We are live. Everything's looking good. So how you been, Tommy? You been good? You having a good week?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. Saw you were out in San Francisco.
Yes.
What were you out there for?
Hunter Bishop and the Four Mom Charity had their big event, Hunter and Braden. So we got out there. Felt like we kind of closed a really important circle in our lives. It was really important that we be there. Hunter's mom passed away in October, and this was their big event. It's the first one without Susie. So we've been really, really closely, working with Hunter and Braden and Randy and the family and doing everything we could to support the charity. So I was just happy that Neil Barbella and I and our wives could get out there and, be a part of something that was a great event. It's easy to find fault with almost everything, but there was nothing wrong with this event. There was lots of people, a lot of joy, and the celebration of a wonderful life for a great cause. So really glad we did it.
And what's the name of the cause one more time, Tommy?
It's the Four Mom Charity, the number 4 Mom, at ALZ, I believe. It's it's an Alzheimer awareness organization. My wife Carolyn, whose father passed away a couple of years back from Alzheimer's. Hunter's mom, of course, had early onset of Alzheimer's, which is as tragic as the disease is. It's even more tragic when it happens to a woman in her late 40s with young children. So it's just a terrible. I don't have to advise anyone how awful the disease is, but it's a super cause, and for 2 sons at that age to take a tragedy and turn it into something positive really says a lot about how their parents raised them and the kind of young people that they are. So I advise anybody wants to go online and check it out. It's a great story to read. It's a really poignant, gripping story. And from this moment on, we'll honor Susie's memory by raising awareness, raising some money, and hopefully someday finding a cure.
Yes, and I will post that on our site on the Facebook page,
Cool.
that link where folks can go and they can donate as well.
Yeah, you could buy gear and stuff. I got all this. You always see I have all the stuff, the hats, the sweatshirts, some really cool gear. So check it out.
Cool. Awesome. All right, let's get into it, man. We don't have a lot of time this week. We've got limited time. So what are you thinking about all these contracts that are being doled out? You got $245 million for 7 years for Rendon, who went to the Angels, and then you got Garrett Cole, who set a record for 9 years at $324 million. I know in the past we've talked about these contracts, but do any of these deals make any sense to you?
Well, they make sense to somebody who could afford to spend $300 million on a baseball player. Spending $300,000 on an automobile doesn't make any sense unless you have $3 billion and you really want that automobile, and there is a market for those people, just as there is a market for a pitcher who, when the Yankees, who are the richest franchise and the most to spend, are now desperate to win. Look, if the Yankees win the World Series last year, Garrett Cole doesn't get $340 million because the market doesn't allow for it. The Yankees wouldn't have been as desperate. But the Yankees are. They're all in, and they believe that they are $340 million away from winning a World Series. We could debate that, but there's no doubt Cole's the best pitcher out there. He is a tremendous pitcher. And the Yankees have enough money to make him an offer that he just could not refuse. So I don't know if it's necessarily whether or not the contracts make sense. Of course it doesn't make sense to give him a 9-year deal. It's crazy. But the Yankees felt like they had to offer him enough money so that there was no chance that he would walk away, and that's why you have the market that you do.
Yeah, I don't see giving anybody at any age, I don't care how young you are or whatever, anything longer than a 5-year contract. And I do believe he has an opt-out at 5 years in that contract. But I, as an organization, as an owner, I wouldn't give anybody a contract for,